Yes. Python Software Foundation, right? PSF. We have got a foundation, PSF. It is a non-profit organization. It is a non-profit organization devoted towards Python community. Devoted towards Python community. This PSF, it was launched in the year. It was launched in the year. It was launched in the year 2001. The main objective of this PSF, right? To foster the development of Python, to foster the development of Python from version to version. From version to foster the development of Python from version to version. In the year 2005, PSF Python Software Foundation received Computer World Horizon Award. Computer World. The president for this PSF, nothing but the personality who developed Python, who introduced Python, right? Guido van Rossum. Guido van Rossum, right? Yes. The same personality, Guido van Rossum, the same personality is the president for this Python software, is the founder of Python, and also is the president for Python Software Foundation. Headquarters, where are the headquarters located? Headquarters, right? In Delaware, US. Official website, right? Python.org. Official website, python.org is the official website, right? Yes. Okay. So official, okay. Next. Python versions. Python versions. Python 1.x. Python 1.x version. It was released in the year 1989. Python 1 version was introduced in the year 1989. Python 2.x version released in the year 2000. Python 3.x version released in the year 2008. The version what we are using currently is the 3 version. Yes, latest version of Python. Latest version of Python. Python 3.12. Stable version of Python. Python 3.11. Stable version of Python is nothing but mostly used version. This is like Python installation, right? Python installation. So before I go with the installation, right, just I'll go to this settings, apps, all programs. Python 3.12.7. Just I will uninstall it. I'll uninstall it, uninstall that. Yes. So here Python is going to provide you different softwares for different environments for Windows, Linux, Mac OS. For Linux, no need of any installation. By default, Python comes as inbuilt within this Linux. Whenever you install Linux, even by default, Python also is going to get installed. Directly you can use it. But in Windows or in Mac OS, we are supposed to download and we need to install it. For Windows, again, it is going to provide you two softwares. For Windows 32-bit, for Windows 64-bit, depending upon the Windows, right? If it is 32-bit Windows, 32-bit Python software. If it is 64-bit, right? 64-bit Python software. How will you identify whether it is a 32-bit or 64-bit? Your Windows is a 32-bit or 64-bit. How will you identify means? Yes. So I'm closing this. Uninstallation was successful. How will you identify? Means right click on your PC. See this. Go to this file explorer. Right click on this PC. Right click on this PC. This PC or right computer. Properties. Properties. If you say 64-bit operating system, 64-bit operating system, right? If it is, for example, if you're using older version of older versions, Windows versions, right? So if it is showing you 32-bit, then you are supposed to download 32-bit, right? People who have got Windows 7 or Windows 8 with 32-bit, right? Otherwise, if you got 64-bit, you are supposed to download 64-bit Python software. So just go to this Windows, right? Go to this Chrome browser. What is the official website, right? Python.org. Python.org is the official website from where we can download Python. So click this downloads. In the downloads, all releases. You can see all releases, right? Click it. Within this, just scroll down, scroll down. Don't go for active Python releases. Go for looking for a specific release. Looking for a specific release, right? Yes. Just 6 days back, one release, one version was released, right? On October 1, 2024. 3.12.7. Select the version, right? Here will be versions from the last 20 years, what all the versions, right? Everything it is going to display. Select that version, the latest version from this. From the last 20 years, what all the versions, right? You can able to see here. From June 22, 2001 onwards, from Python 2 version onwards, right? You can see all the versions available, right? So click this Python 3.12.7. Select it, select it. Scroll down, scroll down. Once you have selected it, scroll down to the bottom of the page. Here you can see the files. Here you can see the files, right? Yes. For Mac OS, 64-bit Mac OS 64-bit universal installer. And for Windows, immediately you can see Windows installer 64-bit, Windows installer 32-bit, depending upon your type of Windows. Select this Windows 64-bit. It just takes 30 seconds for downloading, right? So just we can see it's 25 MB of size, just 25 MB of size. So almost done with the installation, done with the downloading process. Sorry. Yeah, your download is done. Just click on this exe file. Click on this exe file, right? Or go to the downloads folder and click on this exe file. You will get this. You are going to get this, right? Yes. Don't go immediately for installation. You can see add Python to path. Don't forget this. Just select it. Add Python to path means your Python path is going to be into this going to be added to the path variable of OS. Path variable of OS. Add Python to path. And go for customize installation. Go for what? Customize installation. Okay, go for this. No need to select anything right here. Documentation pip ideally, right? Documentation pip ideally Python test. Next. Here also nothing to select. Everything are pre-selected, but only see that installation location where you want to install, right? Installation location. By default, it is getting installed somewhere, right? In C, users, Dell, app data, local programs, Python. But tomorrow, if you want to locate Python, it will be too difficult, right? So remove all this big path. Just install my Python in the C drive, C/Python 312. So a folder is going to be created with this name under C drive, and within this folder, it is going to be created, right? Yes. Say install, just takes 30 seconds for installing Python, right? Just a second. Yeah, setup was successful. Now let us check whether it is properly installed or not, right? So for that, go to the command prompt by typing cmd, type cmd command prompt. Yes. Now just type Python. Whenever you type Python, If it is successfully installed, it has to show the Python version that what we have installed, and also Python interpreter has to be opened. Whenever I hit in the Python version 3.12.7, 3.12.7, and the Python interpreter, you can see, right? Okay. Any valid Python statements you can type here: 3 plus 5, x as 10, y as 5. What is x? What is y? What is x plus y? X minus y, x into y, x into 2, x to the power of 2, 10 square, x equal to Ajay, y equal to Kumar, x plus y Ajay Kumar, x into 3 prints hello for 3 times, x into 5 prints hello for 5 times. Quit. Coming out of this, right? Okay. So Python is installed successfully, right? It's working fine. If anyone from Linux background, Linux environment, right? You want to work with Python within this Linux operating system. If you want the latest version of Python to be installed in your Linux machine, then the command you are supposed to do everything from the root user, like sudo apt-get install Python 3.12. This command is going to install the latest version of Python in your Linux machine. Okay, fine. Next, Python execution modes. Python execution modes. Two modes of execution. Two modes of execution. Just now I discussed about interactive mode, right? Interactive mode. Yes. Just now we are perform interactive mode. Next is batch mode. We directly type Python statements on the interpreter. We directly type Python statements on the interpreter, and the user can easily interact. Statement by statement. We directly type Python statements on the interpreter, and the user can easily interact with the Python statement by statement. For every statement, it gives response. Batch mode. What is the advantage of interactive mode? First, try to say what is the advantage if I go with interactive mode means. If it doesn't know about any Python functionalities, you can type and check based on the response it is providing, right? To test the functionalities of Python. And to learn Python. And to learn Python, right? Yes. Yes, to test the functionalities of Python and to learn Python. What is that? Interactive mode. We can easily interact with Python. Batch mode means here we write set of statements. Here we write a set of statements or batch of statements within the editors or IDEs. And save it by using .py extension. Save it by using .py extension and later submitting to Python. We write set of statements within the editor's IDs, save it by using .py extension and later submitting to Python. Submitted to Python. And later submitting to Python. Okay. What are the various editors? Various editors. What are the various editors where we can write the Python code? Mm. Within the notepad, you can write this. Within the notepad, we can write. Within the edit plus, we can write S. Within the edit plus, right? Within the Windows environment, we can use notepad and edit plus. And within the Linux environment, we can use VI and Nano. VI and Nano editors. Okay. And in the real time, we use this IDEs, integrated development environments, various IDEs, right? Supported, right? PyCharm, secondly, PyDev, Komodo, Spider, Eclipse, NetBeans, Jupyter Notebook. PyCharm, PyDev, Komodo, Spider, Eclipse, NetBeans, Jupyter Notebook, VS Code. Okay. We may ask why this many IDs for Python? Why not one or two? Because Python is used for different environments using different IDs. For especially for data science, right? We are using Spider Jupyter Notebook. Jupyter Notebook is mostly preferred for data analysis, data predictions for these things. And even Spider is also used. Even for big data environment, Spider is used. Jupyter Notebook is used. And for typical web applications, PyCharm, VS Code are mostly used. So I'm going to show you in different environments, right? Different IDs. I'm going to show you not on a single ID. Be showing you different IDs like PyCharm, Spider, Jupyter, VS Code. Among all this, the mostly used one is PyCharm. Mostly used IDE for Python. Developing the first Python application, right? Just observe. Developing the first Python application. Developing the first Python application within a editor. Example like Notepad. Open Notepad and type the following. As of now, we didn't discuss anything related to Python. No fun. So just open Notepad. Type the following code. So just I'm saying x has 10, y has 20. I want to perform some kind of arithmetic operations. Print x plus y, x minus y, x minus y, print x into y. X by y, addition, subtraction, multiplication, and division. Copy this to a separate notepad file, right? I'll just copy this to a separate notepad file, right? Paste it, save it. Just I created a separate folder for this batch. Python 8 AM. Yes. Test1.py. Otherwise, sample1.py. Sample1.py extension, right? So within this Python 8 AM, right? So now submit. So just I saved it as sample1.py. Now submit this file to Python. Now submit this file to Python as. Now just to go to the command prompt, how I am going to submit it. Check it. Go to the command prompt. Just type Python. Don't say enter. If you say enter, it will go to the interactive mode. But if you want to develop applications in Python, you need to go for batch mode. For testing purpose or for interacting purpose, you can go for interactive mode but for this develop applications, you need to go for batch mode, right? So Python, where your file is present in the C drive, within this Python 8am, Python 8am, within this Python 8am, right? Sample1.py. Check it. So this is what the Python. The file name, the folder where it is available, and the drive name, the folder name, and the file which is available. Give the entire path to Python. You will get what this. Okay, but here what is your observation? But here we are writing the code. We are writing the code at one place. What is your observation? Here we are writing the code at one place. Where we are writing within the notepad. Here we are writing the code at one place within the notepad and executing at the other place. We are writing the code at one place and executing at the other place, where you are executing within the command prompt. But to write and execute, execute at the same place. But to write and execute at the same place, we have IDLE. We have IDLE, which comes along with Python installation. Using which we can write and execute at the same place. Using which we can write and execute at the same place. We can write and execute at the same place. One second, Raju. I'll come back. So using which we can write and execute at the same place. What is this ideally? Integrated development environment. Integrated development learning environment. So how we can open this? Where we can write and execute at the same place. Here in the notepad, you are writing and executing at the command prompt. But writing and executing at the same place, we have IDLE. So where you can find this IDLE? So I'm just copying the same code. Okay, so just go to this P where this Python is available. Python 3.12. What is the first thing you can see? Ideally, open it. This is the one way of opening. One second. Ideally got opened. What is that? Python 3.12. Okay. So this is what you can work with interactive mode here. Just saying like 3 plus 5 X has 10, X plus 2, X minus 2. In this way, you can interact. But I want to work with batch mode. File, new file. Write the code here and save your code here itself and execute the code here itself. See here itself we can write the code. Here itself we can run option is available. Before that, save it. Save it, right? Python 8 AM batch. Sample2.py. Run module. 10 plus 20, 10 minus 20, 10 into 20, 10 by 20. Addition, subtraction, multiplication, and division. Understood? Right? Yes. Here itself we can write, here itself we can execute. So this is what Python software foundation, versions, installation, execution modes, interactive mode, and batch mode. Okay, in brief, in depth, we'll be discussing about the course content. This is the course content you can check. Python basics, why Python, advantages, versions, flavors, Python operations, editors, IDs, data types, variables, constants, operators, Python IDs, right? Working with different IDs, flow control statements, looping statements, strings, collections, list operations, list, tuple, sets, dictionary, functions in Python, different types of arguments, types of functions like lambda function, reduce function, filter function, map function, zip function, right? Modules in Python, modular programming, right? Package in Python, errors and exception handling, file handling in Python, working with object-oriented programming concepts. Okay. Database access, how to connect with the database and performing these SQL operations, Python datetime module, OS module, advanced concepts like iterator, generator, closures, GUI, graphical programming, and Excel workbook, data analytics like introduction to data science, pandas, important libraries of Python like pandas, NumPy, and matplotlib. These three we're going to discuss in brief. Most of the training sites won't discuss these modules like matplotlib, NumPy, and matplotlib. Okay, apart from this Python, these 30 topics like Python core and advanced, 70 hours I'll be spending with 6,000 is the course fee. And apart from this, Django introduction, Django frameworks, installation, project architecture, right? Django views, Django templates, and yeah, UI technologies, right? UI technologies like HTML, CSS, JavaScript, and MySQL and Grape, right? Yes. So total Python full stack, Python, only Python core and advanced is 6,070 hours, but Python full stack, core, advanced, HTML, CSS, JavaScript, frameworks like Django framework, Flask framework, and also MySQL database. So the for full stack, if you're taking the entire thing in a single payment, right, it's 12,000, right? Yes. And also there is one more package, big data package, right? I also deal with big data, right? If you're going with in that big data package, this Python core and advanced also is included. So Hadoop, PySpark, Linux, and Python, the four things, right? Big data, Hadoop, PySpark, Linux, and Python core and advanced. But that big data like Hadoop and Spark, I'll be discussing in the weekends, right? Saturdays and Sundays evenings. And this Python core, you can attend with the same session what you're attending today. Same timing or any of my Python batch. Duration of the full stack, right? It will be nearly around 4 months. Okay. And let me make it clear about the timings of this batch. For the first 1 week, it will be at 8 a.m., but later it will be at 7 a.m. in the morning, 7 to 8, right? Fine. Any other queries you have got, anyone? Tomorrow, people can attend the session using the same timing, 8 o'clock, using the same link. But from day after tomorrow, the link is going to be changed. You are supposed to get enrolled. Tomorrow, just I'll be going with the technical aspects. So all the sessions will be interactive sessions. You can ask queries at any point of time through voice. Unmute yourself and you can just ask this queries. Right? Also, you can give a response through short panel. Yes. Any other queries, sir?
Hello.
Yes.
Yeah, hi, sir. This is Srikanth. Hey, one quick question, sir. So the one you said like a full stack. So what is the difference between the full stack and the Python? Because I have no idea about the coding. So I'm from a database side. So just want to make it
So,
clear.
so without database, there is no web application. Compulsory every web application you require a database. 1 second. Here there are two categories of people who updates for Python.
Mm-hmm.
Two categories of people learns Python or updates Python. The first category of people, they learn Python core and advanced. They learn Python core and advanced, and they'll go and implement it in data science, this machine learning, deep learning, in big data.
Mm-hmm.
In big data environment, they use like Spark with Python, like PySpark,
Mm-hmm.
and in writing automation scripts using this IoT, robotics, and even in DevOps environment, writing scripts using Python. In this way, different high-end technologies, they're using Python. So here, the first category of people who are learning Python, their career won't be in Python. Their career will be in data science or big data or this. But implementation going in Python means the coding goes in Python. So you need to have the prerequisite is Python for this. Even for data science ML, the everything coding goes in Python. Second category of people who wants to have a career in Python itself. Here they won't have career in Python, first category. Second category who wants to have a career in Python means those people, right? Especially they need to have the framework, Python framework, Django framework. They need to have the knowledge on this Django framework for developing applications, typical applications. And if you want to become Python full stack developer, Python developer, right? You need to compulsory have that. So the what are the prerequisites I said I'll be discussing about it, like HTML, CSS, JavaScript.
Okay. Okay. So in case if I want to go with data, machine learning and AI, so the core will be sufficient in that case?
Core plus advanced, right? This is what Python means, course
Core
plus
plus
advanced.
advanced. Oh, okay, core plus advanced. I got it. Okay.
That is Python only, but that is full stack, that is Django is not required.
Oh, okay. Okay. So that will be sufficient, right? In case of if I want to, go into the direction of AI and ML.
Yes, yes.
Oh, okay. Okay. That sounds
Data
good.
engineering. See, people who are dealing with the data, either you are data scientist or data engineer or data analyst,
Uh-huh.
compulsory Python is required
Oh, okay.
for all these people who are dealing with data, right? Because Python has got many modules it is providing towards that, like
Yeah.
NumPy, Pandas, Matplotlib, CP, Scikit-learn, TensorFlow. In this way, many modules towards this data science, big data, and for data engineering side, PySpark is a Python package, right? Package for this. It's an API given by Python for working with Spark,
Got it.
PySpark.
So whatever you said, all those topics will be covered under the core plus advanced, right?
The 30 topics, whatever I discussed, right? Everything is going to be covered.
Okay. Okay. Sounds
Okay.
good. Yeah.
So tomorrow you can attend the session same time, everyone, using the
Mhm.
same link to see more discussion on this. But from day after tomorrow, the link is going to be changed, right? Fine.
Yeah. And is
So,
this daily, only on weekdays or weekends?
so
The
from
batch.
Monday to Friday, it will be the classes will be from
Monday to
Monday, Friday,
Monday to Friday, 7 a.m. IST to 8 a.m. IST. Is it a
8
one?
Yes, yes. See, for the next 1 week, it will be at 8 o'clock. It will starts at 8 o'clock. But after 1 week, it will be at 7 to 8 up to the end of the course.
Okay. And what's the duration? Like the course duration? Is it a 1 month or 2 months?
Around two
For
months.
4 plus at 2 months. Okay.
In brief, in depth, we'll be discussing related to different modules. Some modules related to like data science, like Pandas, Matplotlib, Pandas, Matplotlib, NumPy. Some models related to big data. Some models related to operating systems. Some related to databases. Some models related to graphics. So, and also how to create our own models we'll be discussing as part of our course. Right?
Yeah.
So,
And after the course, do we get any regarding the certification? Do we get any guidance for the certifications? Is there any certification for Python?
yes, certification of Python is available, right? That's why I'm saying that in brief, we are discussing about all this, right? That's why
Mhm.
it's not 45 hours, 70 hours, like sports, right? Where we'll be dealing with all the things. So you can go through that in the certification process after this. By because we will be providing some assignments tasks to work with. You'll build
Mhm.
your own code, right? And also you'll be getting the session video of each and everything, all this, and a clear soft copy of these notes, assignments, and tasks to work with, a WhatsApp group for technical discussion, and
Okay.
300 plus code examples will be discussed.
Okay. Got it.
Okay,
Yeah.
fine.
Okay.
And
Sure.
all the
Sir,
sessions will be interactive only. You are supposed to interact, right? For every state, each and every statement I type, you will be responding, right? Because Python is an interactive language. For every statement I type, you will be responding, right? What is the output you are going to get, right? Yes. Okay. Someone was asking a
sir,
query.
yeah, how long does the videos will be accessible for us? Sir?
So for any in DurgaSoft, right? For any course, the duration will be like 6 months.
Okay, sir.
Okay, fine. So if I'm done with your queries, then I'll sign off for now. Meet you tomorrow. Fine.
And do we get anything like practice sessions in case if we don't have anything in like if we don't want to install on our laptop, do we get any like from server like do you have anything that we can work
See,
on your servers?
see, Python can be installed anywhere in
Oh,
Mac,
okay.
Mac OS, Linux, Windows, and on even on your smartphone.
It won't take much space, right?
Just 25 MB. It's not
Oh,
big.
okay.
Just it takes 1 minute to install Python.
Oh, okay. Okay then. Yeah. Sure. Thank you.
Okay, fine. So we'll continue tomorrow. More discussion on this. Fine. Thank you all for your time. Thank you. Bye.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir.